China suffered 35 casualties during Galwan region clash with India at eastern Ladakh, sources citing U.S. intelligence reports. Kolkata, June 17, 2020, on call for intrusion from the Chinese army in the eastern Ladakh region of India, lead to serious combat between the two largest armies in the world. Indian side lost 20-plus brave hearts of the Indian army by an unprovoked attacks from the Chinese PLA. Indian army responded with a mighty blow and made it clear that this is not a child's play. Galwan region Finger 4 to Finger 8 has been intruded by China earlier, and during the high-level discussion, this intrusion happened. China never expected that India can retaliate with a double blow to their ill-intended intrusion. The Chinese army suffered 35 casualties during the violent clash with the Indian military in eastern Ladakh's Galwan Valley, official sources said on Wednesday, quoting U.S. intelligence reports. The figure could be a combination of the total number of soldiers killed and seriously wounded, they added. The Indian Army on Tuesday said 20 Army personnel, including a colonel, were killed on Monday night in the biggest ever military confrontation between the two armies in over 5 decades. There were 35 casualties on the Chinese side, the sources said, citing U.S. intelligence reports. China has not yet talked about the number of casualties suffered by the People's Liberation Army during the clash. Government sources on Tuesday said the Chinese side suffered proportionate casualties, but it does not have a clear picture of the number of Chinese soldiers killed, as well as those injured in the clash. On Wednesday, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh reviewed the overall situation in eastern Ladakh with Chief of Defense Staff General Bipin Rawat and the 3 service chiefs. Last night, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a meeting with the Defense Minister, as well as Home Minister Amit Shah, Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and Army Chief General M.M. Naravane on the situation in the region. Military sources said at least 4 Indian soldiers were seriously injured in the clash. Monday's clash was the biggest confrontation between the two militaries after their 1967 clashes in Nathula in 1967, when India lost around 80 soldiers, while over 300 Chinese army personnel were killed in the confrontation. The External Affairs Ministry on Tuesday said the violent face-off between armies of India and China in eastern Ladakh was the result of an attempt by the Chinese side to unilaterally change the status quo in the region. The ministry said both sides suffered casualties that could have been avoided had the agreement arrived earlier at the higher level been scrupulously followed by the Chinese side. In India, a strong protest has been raised from people and traders to stop using any Chinese product and retaliate China by wallet. Indians will not help China to purchase bullet for fighting against humanity, and that too against India. IBG News report source from inputs from various online sources including PTI and other public domains.